Senator Joe Manchin opposes President Biden's student loan handout plan. He calls it excessive. Senator Mike Braun, Republican from Indiana, joins me now. Senator, can you stop this? It's a $500 billion handout. Can you, in the Senate, stop it?
Sadly, I don't think we can, because that would take 10 of them to come along with every Republican, and we're just not getting that kind of ability to change things, these crazy executive orders. Penn Wharton, Stu, says this could cost us between $500 billion and $1 trillion. I mean, these numbers are immense anymore, and all in the context of we're now $30 trillion in debt. Biden, by the way, for all your viewers, put a plan out there that puts us $45 trillion in debt in just 10 years. Stu, when I got here, $18 trillion in debt. We throw hundreds of billions around like chump change. It's going to be inflationary. What about the 65% of all workers that don't have any degree that have to subsidize this? It's shameful what they're doing.
But I think you have some idea on how to get more out of college, how to make college a more not an interesting situation, but just get more out of your education. How would you do that?
A couple ways. First of all, I'm lucky to be in a state with a guy like Mitch Daniels that froze tuition for 10 years at Purdue. At least somebody's trying it. Two ways. Number one, we got to have more choices. It's got to be more competitive. It's got to be disruptional post-secondary. I mean, it's the cost of a starter home, if not more, to get through it. And the other place, Stu, a better high school education. That is a value. And instead of stigmatizing pathways that give us the jobs we really need, like trade, heating and air, a lot of the stuff that go begging that you're going to get paid $30 out of the gate, let's teach real life skills in high school. Not everybody's going to be an astronaut or a heart surgeon, and we need to get better education there so you don't have to spend so much post-secondary. You do those two things, it'll bring it back out of high altitudes of too much money. And think of all the parents that have had a graduate or two back in the basement that are now going to be listening to good ideas that are practical. And we've got them back in a state like Indiana. We've been working on those things.
Everything will work just fine if you can get rid of the teachers' union. That's the only obstacle really standing in your way. You're laughing, but you know it's true, Senator.
Well, I went to a great public school system in Jasper, Indiana, but you've got to have choice. You can't have anyone wanting to say they are the only option. That's basically the healthcare industry now. More and more concentrated, fewer and fewer providers, no consumer engagement. It's runaway cost increases. We've had that for years before what Biden and the liberals induced through the COVID crisis. Got a lot of mess out here. I come from a place that's practical. We know how to roll up our sleeves and get things done, and maybe a lot of these solutions need to occur at the state level. We don't mind anything out here. We just borrow more money from our kids and grandkids for the latest and greatest idea.
Go to it, Mr. Senator. And thanks very much for being with us, sir. Always appreciate it.
You bet.
You got it.